Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup should be interesting. The Vikings are #1 in third down percentage, and they'll be up against a Packers team looking to shut that down.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Over. 319. Strong right. Mike 54. Boxing. You remember me?
Here's the rookie from UTEP, Aaron Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Great job defensively. Stretched it out, got the tackle for loss. He had 2 TFLs last week, by the way.
Yeah, what you're describing right there is a player who can set the edge well. You always hear that, meaning he's not getting hooked by an offensive lineman or a tight end, not getting turned inside on the blocking, able to keep his outside arm free, string the play out so there's nowhere for the back to turn up. Then he gets to him and makes the play.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key the tight end.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They give him 13 yards there. On the play and a fresh set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Jahan, 180!
First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
There we go.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Yeah, baby.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go. Rhino.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Defense
Watch
showing
tight.
blitz. A first down throw for Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down, Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Man left, man left.
Shift together here from the D-line. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. On third down, Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33.
319.
On play action, it's Rodgers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Now it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
On now is the Packers punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Here's Jones. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right.
Cousins now on second down. Gets around him. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he loses the football a second time.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Ryan Quigley, fifth-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The left side throw complete to Adams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know Devontae Adams really developed in 2016 as a receiver for Green Bay. I think he had plenty of incentive because when Aaron Rodgers breaks contain, gets out of the pocket, anything can happen downfield. You can find yourself open, can't you?
And it makes Adams a high-volume guy. Week 7 and 8 last year, 25 catches. Highest 2-game total in the illustrious history of the Packers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
No. 319.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Key at 33.
Cobb goes in motion left. On play action, now Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up second down.
Check 82. Watch 82. Ball's coming 82.
Hey, Oscar!
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
Tight end left.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Throwing his Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Cousins. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down. When you want 3, get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right.
Go over here. Let's go.
Hey.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you can dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not at the NFL level.
Here's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Wide left.
Slam.
319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Again, it's Cook. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We got 3 down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Double tight. 4 down. Alert.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Jahan, where are these?
A give. This is Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Watch the whip.
Now Cousins. Forced out to his left. Throw caught right around the 6. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on the Ringo. Tight as on the Ringo.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's third down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And I don't think he got...
Kill.
No, they stop him right where it all started.
Watch out.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Single.
Strong right. Quick, guys.
Watch number 12.
On play action, Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb.
Switch.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception and a half. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Come on, guys. We got this.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it a 9-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
319.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now a run with Cook. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
7 yards to go on second down.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
The hard. Andy. Leave your hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Vikings on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Cousins.
3 down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Two ties. Get 300. Over.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a first down carry by Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Cousins on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
On second down, Cousins again. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Clay Matthews. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. First NFL pick for the rookie corner, Kevin King. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Throwing is Rodgers. A quick hitter complete. It's Adams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down.
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw is Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the 10-yard line. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Odd. 5 down. 5 down. Stand up.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Williams will try again. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, right at the line of scrimmage.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Man left.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. 2nd down, Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
180! Hey, 382! Rhino! Spurs!
Check your hot read.
Yellow! 2!
Rush in!
Cook following the penalty. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Turn it out.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Get him, boys!
Rhino!
Flare!
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On the carry, it's Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Cook trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Vikings on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Sponge! Go!
50!
Check
Yellow!
13!
To throw, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
You got him!
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Watch tight! Tight end right!
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey!
Cousins now on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. I'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey, we are...
Let's go, 48!
Cousins.
Kill.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. And his kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
319.
I got him. Back's mine. I got him.
On first down, Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Check 4.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
Watch safety green.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man complete. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 36. 30 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Green Bay first down. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense.
88.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
58.
4 down.
26. Check. 319.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Tight end left.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Over. Get reset. Hey, easy.
Check 31, check 31.
Poker over here. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And Crosby's kick is good. The veteran Mason Crosby comes through like he's done so many times before. Around the NFL 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it.